It's a portable transwarp beaming device. Portable transwarp beaming device.
The Portable Transwarp Beaming Device, or the PTBD as I like to call it. This piece of technology is often the top reason why people hated Star Trek Into Darkness. Okay, maybe not the top reason, but it's up there for sure, believe me. Believe me. I mean, on the surface, this thing is kind of universe-shattering. You mean to tell me there's a small device that can beam stuff around the entire quadrant with ease? Shit, forget about spaceships and give me like 10 of these things, am I right? No! The PTBD raised two important questions for us Trekkies. Number one, if this technology exists, why do folks still use starships? And number two, just how close is Kronos to Earth that allows for beaming there and approximately 2 minutes of travel time at warp aboard the Kelvin Enterprise? So let's talk location. After spending tens of minutes researching this, I can confidently say that nobody has any real idea how close Earth and Kronos are. Star Trek Online puts it here, while StarCharts.com puts it closer to here, which is widely different. Then, in Enterprise's pilot episode Broken Bow, they talk about a 4-day journey to Kronos from Earth at warp 4.5. What? The NX-01 travels at 30 million kilometers per second at warp 4.5. This 4-day journey would put Kronos at around 10 trillion kilometers away from Earth, which is less than half the distance between Earth and Alpha Centauri. Even if we don't know the exact location of Kronos, there's literally no way that the NX-01 would reach it in 4 days, so none of this stuff makes any sense. And if one of you jamokes makes a comment about Cochrane factors playing into this whole thing, then you're going to be the first person I turn over to the Borg when they invade. Bottom line, it's unclear how far away these two planets are. I know for some of us Trekkies, it seems like we would know the answer. We've watched all of Star Trek. It feels like, yeah, I kind of know where Kronos is. Well, you don't. None of us do. And that's okay, because ultimately it doesn't really matter. So now let's talk about the technology. Some of you may remember that in Star Trek 2009, transwarp beaming was used to get Kirk and Scotty aboard the Enterprise. Yeah, that's where the technology came from. Lord Emperor Nimoy gave it to Scotty in Oatmeal Face, who had given it to him in the future, and then the whole thing was confiscated by Space RoboCop prior to the events of Into Darkness. Khan eventually perfected the technology and made it go wireless, and eventually used it to escape Earth and beam directly to Kronos. However, it should be noted that in the novel of Into Darkness, it's revealed that Khan first used it to beam to a ship in orbit, and then used another PTBD to get to Kronos, which is arguably worse because now there's more than one of these devices. Obviously no one's really tracking them, and it still also explains nothing, so I don't even know why they bothered to put that in the novel. It's stupid. So the question popped up in many people's minds, if this cool beaming tech works so well, why do you still need starships? Well, for one, if you don't know your destination, you can't beam to it, so exploration is kind of a given. Second, if a fleet of Klingon battlecruisers appear in orbit, and all you have is beaming technology, you're gonna have a bad day. And third, beaming technology isn't perfect. There's dozens of Trek episodes dedicated to transporter mishaps, and those usually take place in close proximity, like a ship in orbit above a planet. Remember Porthos?
Well, I know that dog. What happened to it?
I'll tell you when it reappears. I don't know. I do feel guilty about it.
Yeah, exactly. So in the end, Kronos is somewhere either super close or not or whatever, and the technology, while cool and useful, doesn't really replace the use of starships or Starfleet. So stop talking about it. There's more important issues to focus on. Like, are we really being led to believe that all of Enterprise was a holodeck simulation used by Riker during the Pegasus episode? Yeah, because I'm sure this scene was really important for his moral conundrum.
You can dance like Zulu and shake your little behind. Yes. You gotta give it a chance when you do the Zulu dance, and your friends will say,
oh my.
See, jump around if you want to, and move your arms like a machine.
Yes.
If you do the Zulu dance while wearing tight pants, some people may call you a
queen.
The Zulu dance.
Zulu, Zulu, just fine. Zulu, Zulu. Now that's ridiculous.